number 208 and one of my favourite movies ever on the Masters of Cinema collection is High Noon. I absolutely adore this movie. It's one that I've always loved since I discovered it on TV all those years ago, and the story is fantastically simple. We get a Marshal, Kane, who is retiring. He's getting married to his new bride Amy, and it's Gary Cooper, Grace Kelly, and at the start of the movie they're getting married when we start to hear rumours of this old adversary Frank, who's been paroled from jail and is coming back to get his vengeance on Kane, the man that put him away. And from there on we get a real-time story that's fantastically well delivered, and it's all about Kane refusing to go and leaving this town that he's cleaned up, fixed up, the people that he's looked after and protected for all these years, his friends and family and colleagues that he's built up all the goodwill, and he's going to stay there and make sure that Frank doesn't cause any bother by helping these people out. All he needs is just a little posse, a group of folk to come and help him to stop this gang of four who are coming to kill him and take over this town yet again. And what we discover is, no matter how well regarded he is, no matter how many friends or family or colleagues he has, nobody is there for him. In his moment of need, throughout his years of giving, of helping, nobody's there to give back. Nobody's there to help back. He's left ultimately dismayed and broken by the fact that although he is willing to stay when he could have left at the start, he came back to face Frank. He wants somebody to stand with him, and all he is faced with is adversarial conflicts. You know, he'll go and speak to a friend and they're either too old, they don't want to risk themselves, they just want Kane out of the town because they think that's going to make everything okay. And then you start to realise that there's a little seedy element in the town that are quite happy that Kane's going to get his comeuppance because he caused a business for them by running the riffraff out of town. And it is wonderfully portrayed by both Grace Kelly and Gary Cooper, because you get two facets here. You get Gary Cooper as the put upon sheriff who just wants to do the right thing and is struggling and coming to realise that all these people that he once thought were friends are suddenly no longer. And you get Grace Kelly as someone who doesn't want him to risk his life. They've just got married, they're going to go and start a new life. She's a Quaker, she doesn't believe in violence. She just wants her husband to be safe and to leave and to get away from this adversarial ground that's coming. But she can't quite understand why he won't leave, why he has the pride to stay and help these people who do not want to help themselves. And you got all these other different characters throughout the town that we touch on multiple times that are wonderful. And at the end you get a terrific shootout. You get some things that are real surprises, especially with Amy's character later on as she makes a decision to do something that's morally against that character, but ultimately helping out her husband. And it's wonderfully set up and executed, and it's such a simple story, really well told, that's really layered up with all these interesting thematics that raises it above just a typical genre movie. It is a typical Western, but it has a whole lot more to go with it, as you would expect. High Noon has always been something that I've absolutely adored since the first moment I clapped eyes on it. It's an easy story to love. I sat and watched it with my kids again, who just ate this stuff up. They thought it was terrific as well, although maybe not understanding everything. They just took it for the fact of a really enjoyable Western movie, one that has interesting and fun. I think Gary Cooper's never been better. The way he goes through kind of desperation and begging and wanting people to help and just not getting that from the people that he's devoted a majority of his life to is terribly sad. And you get this fitting image at the end of the sheriff's badge just thrown in the dirt, meaning nothing, counting for nothing. It's a wonderful finale. I think High Noon is an amazing movie, highly recommended. If you've never seen it, you need to rectify that soon if you have seen it, and I'm hoping most of you have. Let me know your thoughts of this movie in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.